allergies have been freaking killing me this spring. Look at this. Like, this is overnight. Hey, B. Look at this. Like, pollen overnight. Look at that.
You even got the little bee in the shot and everything. Well, it may not seem like it after the rough winter weather of the past week, but we are only about 42 days from spring. Soon, trees and grasses will awaken and saturate the air with pollen. So we're going to get you ready for that coming allergy battle.
Dr. Erinn Gardner is an allergist with Atlanta Allergy and Asthma. So we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. With much of the country, we saw an incredibly mild December followed by a frigid January. What does that mean, if anything, for the coming allergy season?
Well, with the allergy season coming up, definitely we have to look out for people who are going to begin to suffer from nasal symptoms. So runny nose, nasal congestion, sneezing. People are going to start experiencing those symptoms very soon.
And Dr. Gardner, what steps can people take now to kind of protect themselves and get their immune systems built up for that inevitable pollen battle that we're going to have to face?
Well, one of the things that is important to those who suffer from allergies, which can include not only nasal, but also asthma symptoms, is to work with a board-certified allergist before the pollen season starts. Our thought is, if you know exactly what you are allergic to, we can predict when you may have symptoms, and then measures can be taken to either avoid your triggers, or if it's something like pollen, then advice can be given as to medications that can be taken before the pollen season starts. And that way you have a more comfortable pollen season and not experiencing those significant symptoms.
So what about other allergens like humidity levels and mold that can happen, particularly with basements?
Well, mold, humidity can trigger symptoms just like pollen. So many people will encounter those things and experience those nasal symptoms that we all hear about, the runny nose, the nasal congestion, the sneezing. And that can definitely affect your quality of life.
So, Dr. Gardner, we know the pets, they're itching to get outside when this weather especially warms up. They're coming, they're going. Aren't they dragging pollen into the house? What can you do about that?
Well, definitely pets can bring pollen into the home. So if the pet has been outdoors for a long period of time, we do recommend when they come in, wiping down their paws and their fur with a damp towel. This way they are not tracking pollen into your household. And keep in mind that if you've been outdoors for a long period of time as well, it's best to take a shower when you come indoors. That way you're getting the pollen out of your hair, your clothes, and you're not breathing in pollen for the remainder of the night.
Well, Dr. Gardner, we've got about 30 seconds left, but I want to get this last question in. Pollen levels already starting to tick up in the state of Florida and along the Gulf Coast. Is that unusual for early February?
Well, honestly, in the Southeast, it can unfortunately be normal. With the milder winters, that can lead to your early spring season. And then as a result, we see the pollen counts increase in people who are suffering from allergy symptoms early on in the year. So unfortunately, it can be normal for the Southeast.
Yeah, we're already seeing those temperatures ticking up. Dr. Erinn Gardner, thanks so much for being with us, the Atlanta Allergy and Asthma specialist. Thank you for joining us this morning, those valid tips. And of course, stick around with us for more on Weekend Recharge.
Well, straight ahead on Weekend Recharge, we welcome the Year of the Tiger by taking stock of the global tiger population.